Ever notice how the word selfish gets thrown around the moment someone prioritizes themselves? We label people selfish for setting boundaries, protecting their energy, or simply saying no. But here's what most people miss. Psychology reveals that what looks like selfishness often masks something far more complex: survival instincts, unmet childhood needs, or even radical self-preservation that others mistake for cruelty. That self-focus isn't always narcissism. Sometimes it's necessary recalibration. Let's break down the real psychology behind selfish people. 1. Scarcity mindset origin. Research on resource psychology shows that chronically selfish behavior often stems from what psychologists call deprivation imprinting, early life experiences where needs went consistently unmet, creating a permanent fear of scarcity. Studies reveal that people who hoard resources, attention, or control often grew up in environments of emotional or material instability. While those raised with abundance learn generosity feels safe, scarcity-trained individuals operate from a nervous system convinced there's never enough. Their selfishness isn't greed, it's a trauma response disguised as personality. Understanding this transforms judgment into compassion and reveals the wounded child still protecting limited resources. 2. Empathy deficit disorder. Psychologists identify what's called theory of mind impairment in genuinely selfish individuals, a reduced capacity to accurately perceive or prioritize others' internal experiences. Research shows this can stem from developmental gaps, attachment disruptions, or even neurological differences. While most people intuitively register others' needs and adjust behavior accordingly, those with empathy deficits literally cannot process that information at the same depth. This isn't intentional cruelty. It's a cognitive limitation they may not even recognize. Recognizing this distinction helps us respond with boundaries instead of bitterness, protecting ourselves without demonizing their limitation. 3. Defensive self-preservation. Studies on relational trauma reveal that some selfish behavior is actually hyperindependence born from betrayal or abandonment. Psychologists call this self-reliance as armor, a decision, often subconscious, to never again depend on others who might disappoint or hurt them. While securely attached people balance giving and receiving, these individuals protect themselves by taking first, trusting no one, and expecting the worst. Their selfishness isn't malice, it's preemptive emotional self-defense. They're not refusing to care, they're refusing to be vulnerable. That's self-protection, not inherent cruelty. 4. Narcissistic supply mechanism. Research on personality disorders shows that pathological selfishness often links to what psychologists call narcissistic supply, an insatiable need for external validation to prop up a fragile internal self-concept. While healthy individuals generate self-worth internally, narcissistically selfish people require constant admiration, attention, and priority status to feel real. This isn't confidence, it's desperation masked as entitlement. Their self-focus is actually evidence of profound inner emptiness. Understanding this doesn't excuse harm, but it explains the mechanism driving behavior that feels inexplicably callous. So next time you encounter someone who seems irredeemably selfish, don't assume they're just cruel or heartless. They might be operating from childhood scarcity wounds, empathy limitations they don't recognize, or defensive armor built from past betrayals. Behavior always has roots deeper than what we see on the surface. If you love understanding why people think and behave the way they do, hit subscribe now. Because on Tiny But Wise, we don't just judge actions, we decode their minds.